Welcome to Learn with Amine. In this video, we take a look at a problem which is called as maximum subarray. It is frequently asked in the interviews. So in this problem, the statement is if you are given an array of integer, let us name as nums, we need to find out the contiguous subarray within that array containing at least one number that has the largest sum and return its sum. So basically the output is the sum of the maximum subarray within the array. So the subarray is a contiguous part of an array. So for example, if this is given as nums, okay, the subarray or the contiguous subarray 4 minus 1 2 1, it is part of the array nums and it has the largest sum and it is equal to 6. So this is how you need to give the output. The output has to be 6. Now for the example 2, we have the numbers as equal to an array containing one element which is 1 and the output is 1 in this case, and the same goes with nums. Now here what would be the contiguous maximum subarray? It would be the whole array itself. So it would be 8 plus 8 16 plus 7 is 23. So this is how you need to do the problem. We need to actually get the output as this single digit, or which is basically sum. So in this, let us start doing the problem right away. I'm going to define a class, okay, and I'm going to define the function as maximum subarray, and it is going to take an argument which is basically nums, and then we need to basically initialize two variables. One is called as the maximum sum and one is called as the current sum. So the intuition behind the code is to find the maximum sum of a contiguous subarray within the given array nums. It does this. We need to scan through the array, so iterate through the array, keeping track of the current sum of the subarray. Whenever the current sum it becomes greater than the maximum sum that we have stored, it updates the maximum sum value. If the current sum becomes negative, then it resets the sum to 0 and starts a new subarray. By the end of the loop, the code returns the maximum sum that we have found. So let us basically do current sum. We need to set it to the minimum value that is possible, 0, and also like the maximum sum we will be setting it to a much lesser value, so that would be float of infinity minus, okay, so that would mean that it is minus infinity. Now we are going to iterate through the array, okay, so that would be we are iterating through the array. So this nums is an array of integers starting from the index 0 to the last element. We are iterating and we are storing it into the value or the variable num. Now here we do not actually require the index, we are not outputting the index, so I'm just iterating through the elements. I'm not worrying about the index, okay, otherwise I would have taken for I in range of 0 to length of nums comma 1, so I would take that, but here I do not require the index, so I am just going through this for num in nums, okay. Now basically I am trying to return maximum sum, so maximum sum should store that value. And what would be the current sum? The current sum would be basically the current sum plus whatever the number is, okay. So this is the updation of the value. Now we are checking for the conditions that I have specified. If current sum becomes greater than the maximum sum, then we are going to store this value into maximum sum because it is greater, okay. And for example, if the arrays have negative values and the current sum becomes negative, then we have to set it to 0. So that is what we are going to do. If current sum becomes less than 0, then we are going to reset the value of current sum to 0. Okay, so that's it. This is the problem. Let us look at the execution of it. Once again, I am going to define the my object, which is of the class solution, and then we have the value of nums. Okay, now let us take the 2 examples or 3 examples here, nums, and this is the second example, nums2, and we have the third example, nums3. Then we are trying to access the user defined function using the object, so that would be my object dot max sub array and pass the argument as nums1. In the similar way, let's pass the arguments of nums2 and nums3, and let us run this. And as you can see, we are getting the output as 6, 1 and 23. So this is actually the expected value, and this is the problem of maximum sub array. If you like this video series, please like, share and comment, and I would see you in the next video. Thank you for your support. Bye bye.